Sunday morning, December 1st, 2019. I looked out the window at midnight and everything was white. Obviously, it's formed up since then. What kind of surprises me, I mean, everything here was white. It was all covered. All the gravel, everything. And if you look up on the hill up there, over the top of the cotton picker cab, you can see some white up there, which should be. The thing that's interesting, I'll go this way, is when I looked up on the hill the other direction, where there usually is more snow, there wasn't any. Seems kind of strange. But, you know, weatherman been saying, oh, there might be, there probably won't be. If there is, it'll be clear at the west end of the county. And last night we had dinner at my in-laws, which is about as far west in the county as you can go. Northwest corner of the county up in the foothills of the Coast Range. And there wasn't anything up there. But that direction right there. Usually, oh, there's a patch of trees about dead center at the top of the ridge there, kind of makes a nice little square spot on top. There's a field right underneath that we get snow. There's always snow there, and there ain't any there. Not much over that way either. Oh well, it is what it is. Yes, we finally got some of that snowman poop. And yeah, it's melting, and driveway will probably be soft here in a little while. And oh, crud, I just remembered, I got things to move. We got 5 steers to load up back here to go in to get butchered today. We take them in today, they'll butcher them, they'll kill them first thing in the morning. 5 from here, and pick 2 up from the neighbors and take them in too. But that pipe trailer's in the way. I totally spaced that. And number 1 won't be here today, which that tends to make a fun one. Number 2 wasn't going to be, and old Whiskey's feeling his Wheaties this morning in the snow. So that's how my day's starting. I slept in. Not that it was very long, but I slept in. I was awake at 5. I just didn't get out of bed. I've been up for an hour and a half or so, I guess. Still got to feed, so that's what's next. Make them happy. Get some water flowing, make them happier. So I'll find something else to throw with this. I was hoping to get that box on the truck yesterday, and that never happened. Everybody else's plans went crazy, so of course mine went out the window. And yuck, it'd be a great time to clean that, but I'm not going to take the time right now. I am going to reach down there and grab that rubber out of the hose I lost the other day. When I went to grab it out of the ice, off the top of the ice, before it went through the ice broke and it went through the ice and it was gone. But I think I'll get that first. So I'll get you some more. These girls look like they want something. What do you think? All right. More to come. All right. It's still Sunday morning, the 1st. I went ahead and hooked all the water up. Actually hooked it up. Not hand watering today. I don't think we're supposed to get that cold for a while. But I'll tell you this much. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I would much rather have 20 degrees and dry than currently we're 33 degrees and damp. Even 40 degrees and damp is colder than 20 degrees and dry. Yesterday, I never put my gloves on once all day long for anything. We fed big bales, so I was on a tractor. Little breeze blowing. My fingers never got cold. The only thing, and hey, hooking and unhooking water too. The only thing I've done this morning so far, I fed those two bulls over there. Getting ready to walk the plank and do the rest. But the only thing I've done so far, literally, is hook up water and bury my hands in my pockets. And my hands are frozen, and so are my thighs from my hands being in my pockets. Just a tidbit. Some of you that think you got it so bad because it's cold, hey, if it's drier air and it's cold, that's golden. Okay. My ladies want me. Really, they just want what I'm going to give them. Narrow-minded critters. So, I'm going to feed. More to come later. Thanks for watching. Just a quickie. There's the mats. That's the bottom side. Fold it in half. There's the floor looks like underneath it. I just hosed this part off. Haven't got to this part yet. I just got the other two mats moved over. Usually we pull the mats clear out, you know, get behind it with the skid steer, drag the mats off, lay them out, hose them off, bring them back in. Why not flip them sideways? It'll work one way or the other. The way this is sitting, the right side of the trailer is a little higher than the left. Not much, but a little bit. So I should be able to flip in the other direction to finish and have it pretty good. The gray part's an epoxy coating we put on it. Oh God, this is what, an 08 trailer, so put them on 09, I suppose. Maybe it was in 10. It's got some spots that aren't there anymore, but they say if you put rubber mats over aluminum floor, the urine from the cattle will eat through the aluminum. So you do the epoxy thing, and I mean, structurally, most of those spots, if that does eat through there, it isn't going to hurt anything. The mat's still going to bridge over a little spot that's there. So this is how we keep old stuff looking good for longer and keep it in shape so you can still use it. I already hosed everything out, but hosing the floors put some chunks back on the walls. No big deal. It'll hose off. I'd rather hose it than scrub it later. Since I should be done hauling cattle for a while, I figured get it cleaned up good, go park it, unhook it, then I can use the truck for something else. If we get some dry days, I can get the seed tender on it and get some seed cleaned, and maybe we can get some seed in the ground before next year. So that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So anyway, I'll throw this up with some others and say, hauled off 7 steers to get butchered today. They'll kill them tomorrow morning, take them in on Sunday, and then they let them sit there and get cleaned out so they don't have the mess to contend with, and they get used to being there. Whole lot better than doing it here, because they do it here, you got a mess to contend with. And we did have mobile slaughter come for a few years, and we would clean that pen there out, hose the concrete off, let them do it there. But when you got, 60 or 80 mama cows on the other side of the fence, the second they smell blood, they go crazy. It's not good. Some people don't have a choice. You got to do it that way. But we still use an outfit that we can haul them in and put them in a pen and put our name on them, and 2 weeks later pick up the meat. So anyway, I'll get more of something. Thanks for watching. I was a bad boy last night. This is Monday morning. I neglected to open this gate to let the cows in to eat. So about 11 o'clock last night, while the cows were raising hell, I came to see why, and I realized, oh no. So we let them eat a little while this morning. And come out here with number one, and we were walking and talking. She went to shut the gate, and she goes, Dad, we have a pig. Yeah, neighbor's pig escaped. She's friendly. Once in a while, we'll toss some apples over the fence because the apple tree's on their side of the fence, but most of them fall on our side, and if they're behind the big bale barn, it's easy. So I finally got a hold of him a couple minutes ago, and I said, "I assume you're missing a pig." And he says, "Well, I don't know. I could be. I haven't checked." And he says, "Is it the big sow or is it one of the gilts?" And he says, I'll bet it's black and white." And it is black and white. I said, "She's a little better than knee high." I said, "So I'm going to assume it's one of the gilts and not the sow." So he's checking to see where she might have got out. She had to have gotten into the lane out here and snuck under a fence down there by that cedar tree. And about the only spots high enough is the far gate down here at the end. The hinge end of that gate she could bend under maybe. And cow's going, "Huh?" Yeah, that cow's going, I already had dinner with her all night. I'm not worried about it." So in the meantime, that's our fun for the Monday. Yeah, made number one's day.
I love his Piggies.
After her long drive here this morning, because all the roads are a sheet of ice, there's wrecks everywhere. It made it, well, it stayed like 38 degrees most of the night, rained like hell, got rid of the rest of the snow. And it was 30 this morning, or 28 this morning, so you know what that does. Okay, more to come.
Well, when you walk the cows out of the barn in the morning and the neighbor's pig decides to slip underneath. And then there were two. I have two little piggies in my feed barn this morning. At least they are very good and they follow and they listen very well. Poor neighbor's missing at least two of them.
More fun on Monday. We've been feeding the small bales just in a muck bucket that you get 3, maybe 4 bales in if you're lucky. 3 you don't lose anything out of. This is an old bucket off an Allied loader. Came off of it was either a 5,000 or a 6,000 Ford. Guy parked it up on a hill in his pasture, thought he set the park brake and he didn't. Loader was half up in the air, and when he turned around, it was on its way down the hill and hit some trees. Folded the loader frame up, actually creased the bottom of the bucket. We broke the pivot on the handle on a handyman jack, straightening the floor of the bucket out, but we got it. And then we redid it so it would fit on a Davis 200 loader on the Massey. And I have a adapter I made to go onto this. I had to make a new set of pins go into the bucket, but this will hold at least 6 bales. That's without putting anything up above the sides. And the sides is where we get interesting. Color look familiar? Move you quick. Oh man, the sun's ruining it. It's the same color out there. That's the side fairings off that 93 Freightliner, the orange truck. And the front edge up there is a trim piece off a truck chassis. The blue truck, I stretched it out beyond the driver's, put the drop on the back of it and sleeved it. And that's a strip from trimming for the sleeve. And just a chunk of plywood bolted underneath it. I don't remember if we used what we used underneath. Can't see. Anyway, so right now that's how we're feeding small bales in the big feeders. Whole lot faster. This thing was actually kind of made for muck. That's why it's got a piece added to the back. But we don't use a loader tractor for that kind of stuff anymore. And, you know, we needed something for moving bales before. So this is what we've got. This is how we're doing it. And I'm going to have to go up and get another load off the hill. I should pull one of the 48-foot trailers out and get a load, but I can't get in up there with it this time of year. If there's nothing in the field, I can get around in the field and do it, but the field's too wet. It's already been worked up, so I can't turn around in the field. So the little trailer it is. I think this next time, though, we'll take the bale loader up to load it. I can always back it in here and take the skid steer from the side and push it off if I really need to. That'd be that one right there that was just complaining. Poor bugger thinks she's starving to death. Actually, that's a her. I can see the pink tag. She thinks she's starving to death. So, anyway. And, number one, still working on that stinking generator. Took it apart again. Found some more junk in it she didn't find before. Even found some filings from when they manufactured it. Isn't that wonderful? So, anyway, till next time. Well, it's Tuesday afternoon. Still one of those days. That thing is still right there. She has had the carburetor apart 2 more times. We've bypassed the oil shutdown system on it. We've done everything. Had it running this morning. It ran up to speed. Ran for about 2 or 3 minutes and shut down. After having a carburetor apart 2 more times, you can get it to finally start. It doesn't want to. And it'll run at low speed for a little bit, and then it'll shut down. So, I don't know. I got another spark plug here out of one of the bikes. It's a different plug, but it's the same length. And this one isn't an NGK, so I have no idea what the plug really is. Doesn't even say what brand it is on it. But the other thing I wanted to show you is we got her in here again, finally. And look at that. There's a box on that other side. It's sitting there. It's still sitting on top of blocks from getting it off the pallet forks. And I dumped the air so it's a little closer to the ground to work on, but there she is. Fits in there kind of like a glove. It's probably going to be at least that close to the lights. We'll see. Because at the front, we've got the oil cooler for the compressor with the line on it and the fitting to go in for the hose reel. Because the tank's going to be underneath that blue piece there eventually. And probably stick back almost where the other fuel tank is, so the pump will be straight in there. And I got to try to figure out how to leave enough room for a filler spout to come out here. And see, like right there is as high as I can reach. So I kind of need that room between that hydraulic line there and the tank for the filler spout to drop in, hopefully. I got to make 3 little blocks for the backside, take some 1x2 and cap them and get some paint on them for where the mountain holes go, because the piece of tubing that's on the front of this box, get where you can see there you can see it, and it's going to set just about where it is. Maybe probably come in a little farther with it. I don't know. If I come in a little farther, it leaves a little better view for seeing past it. And with the air in the bags, it will be exactly 8 feet to the top of the box. I already measured it. So that's how our day is today. I'm about to the point on that stinking generator just to order a new carburetor. Get them off Amazon for 16 or 18 bucks, or go to a few other places and get the same damn thing for, well, anywhere from about 35 bucks to 170 bucks. I don't know why they think they're so expensive. All it is a piece of, a nice piece of aluminum. So, both girls worked on this stinking thing this afternoon and still can't get it going. Number 2 is even begins to say, quote, Cummins. Onan Cummins powered with a Honda motor on it. Number 2 was going to use her magic and go through some of her Cummins stuff and see what she could find, because she can access a bunch of it. So, I don't know. Probably order a carburetor and have one tomorrow or the next day and have it running the day after, or fight it for another month. I think in the morning we're just going to go ahead and switch spark plugs and see what happens. And hey, for an early portion of this video, the Piggies yesterday. they snuck in behind the feed barn underneath the fence. Neighbor's got a hot wire there, and apparently it was shorted out. And then there's a woven wire line fence, and they pushed their way under it. Right after I called the neighbor, my mom got in from feeding the back barn, and she called me, and she says, there's a pig in the big bale barn. I'm like, well, there's another one in the feed barn. By the time I made it back around to the feed barn, the one from the big bale barn had made her way down, so they were both there, and I was mistaken. It wasn't his gilts, that was his 2 sows. Apparently that's all the bigger that breed gets, or for the most part anyway. I think they're coons. They're friendly. I don't mind having them sneak over once in a while. And number 2 just snuck in the shop.
Little Spit did too.
Oh, yeah, look. Rainey did too. She's going to run circles around me. Seriously. You getting dizzy yet? Because I am. So, anyway, we actually had 2 piggies instead of 1. And they went home with no issues. Oh, yeah, there's the next issue right there, too. Get the carburetor cleaned up on it and get it running. Because that thing I need. And I got to find an adapter, too, because this has the 4-prong 220 plug like that. And if I have to use that in place of this one has, you can kind of see it, that 4-prong cam lock. So I kind of need adapters both ways, I guess. So anyway, I'll make this the end of this video. It's going to be long enough for most of you. Too long for me. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, because that makes the girls laugh. She's holding it back. She's going to blow a gasket trying to hold it back that long. And Rainey says, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.